Welcome to Jarring Everything. I'm Sam Payon, and we're filming right here in my Sonoma production kitchen. With the help of my friend Roy, we've warmed up this industrial space with flowers from my farmer friends, and of course, the most beautiful produce Sonoma has to offer. My goal with this series is simple: to show approachable ways to think about ingredients differently. In a time where so much feels uncertain, learning how to create your own shelf-stable foods is more than a kitchen skill. It's a powerful, hopeful act. You'll notice what I call my general-ish percentages. Fermentation works anywhere from 2 to 5% salinity, but I still use a gram scale to keep it simple and approachable. Together, we will ferment, pickle, and preserve what's in season, and explore how these traditions can nourish us in new ways. This is my kitchen, my community, and my home. Welcome in. Hello everyone, welcome to Jarring Everything, our hyper-seasonal outlook on preservation. I'm Sam Payon, founder of Golden State Pickle Works and Collective Cultures in Sonoma, California. Today, we're diving into cucumbers, one of the most classic vegetables to pickle and one of the most versatile to preserve. My station is clean, jars are sanitized, and I'm ready to make pickles. We'll start with the sweet and tangy classic, bread and butter pickles. Here, I'm using Persian and Armenian cucumbers, two varieties that stay crisp and soaks up flavor beautifully. This is a vinegar pickle. So we're working with apple cider vinegar, distilled vinegar, water, sugar, and spices. These create this iconic sweet-sour balance. Apple cider, vinegar, and water go on the stove. We're gonna add our spices today. We have black peppercorn, bay leaf, a little bit of coriander, and mustard seed. And today I'm using raw sugar. Every time I can, I'll use raw sugar. Unless we're going for a super clear pickle or preserve, I'm always into the raw, unprocessed stuff. Onto the heat this goes. We will prep our veggies and get them stuffed into our jar. I always like to have a compost on hand because none of this is going into the trash. We're just gonna help more vegetables grow. These get sliced. Bread and butter pickles are the classic American pickle, the one that many of us grew up with on hamburgers, deli sandwiches, and at summer barbecues and picnics. They got their name back in the 20s when a farmer couple traded these pickles for staples like bread and butter at their local store, and the name stuck. Over the cucumbers, this hot pickling liquid, very carefully. And I'm spooning this over because I want all of these mustard seeds and peppercorns. I want as much flavor as possible. And because I don't want to dribble everywhere. Beautiful. Other than layering slices into a grilled cheese sandwich or ham and cheese sandwich for a tangy crunch, you could also chop them into a relish over hot dogs, deviled eggs, or even potato salads, or everything that you can think of. The beauty of this method is the shelf life. Stored properly, they can last up to 2 years, and it's one of the best ways to take a summer cucumber and enjoy it through the winter and beyond. Next up is something that we all want all year round: half-sour New York Deli Super Deli Pickles. Next, let's go into fermentation. Half-sours. These are the cucumbers brined with salt water, lots of dill, garlic, and a little chili for heat. Let's make a salt brine. Today, we'll roughly use about a 4% brine by weight. So for this 32-ounce jar, I'll probably need about 16 ounces of 4% brine. So I will place this on here, tare it, and I'll weigh about 0.64 ounces of salt for the 16 ounces of distilled water that we'll need. All right, this is the important step here. We're gonna close the lid and start shaking. What we're doing is dissolving the salt, because if we don't dissolve the salt, we just get salted water, and it's the salty water that creates the brine through fermentation. Open this up. Pickling organic cucumbers. I love the Kirby variety, but any pickling cucumber will do. The main difference between pickling cucumbers and others is the firm skin. It really creates that snap that we all love about New York delis. So, into our jar, I will lightly pack the jar with these cucumbers, adding about 4 cloves of garlic and a little bit of crushed pepper. Look at this little baby. A little bit of the crushed pepper. And 4 garlic cloves or so. The dill will act as a little barrier before a little piece of cheesecloth goes on, just to prevent any of those unwanted molds from developing. So this goes right on the surface. And we're gonna close this lid ever so lightly. This gets set aside for about 5 days, and they'll come out as New York Deli half-sour dill pickles. Here is a jar that I made last week. I'll remove this. What's happening here is fermentation. As cucumbers sit in the salt brine, the natural occurring lactic acid and bacteria go to work. They eat the cucumber sugars and produce this lactic acid, which gives its tangy, iconic tangy flavor. The result is a living food full of probiotics. And probiotics, in simple terms, are the good bacteria that help balance your gut and keep digestion running smoothly. These cut through rich flavors so beautifully. So, slicing into spears and serving with cheese and charcuterie platters are great. And you can chop them into tuna or chicken salad to create that extra probiotic boost and crunch. These pickles transform so quickly, you'll start to taste sourness within a few days. They'll last up to 6 months, just like this, in the refrigerator. Up next is a lemon cucumber gazpacho. Think of it as like a sunshine in a bowl, crisp and refreshing. Finally, let's take a look at a 1-week preserve that blurs the line between fresh and preserved. A lemon cucumber gazpacho. Lemon cucumbers are named for their shape and their color, not their taste. They're crisp and refreshing, just like a regular cucumber, but their golden skin makes them look like little sunshine orbs in the garden. I'm blending these cucumbers, lemon cucumbers, with some grapes, olive oil, vinegar, salt, pepper, and a little bit of lovage. Lovage is an herb with a flavor kind of like a cross with parsley and celery. Salt, of course. A little bit of vinegar, house-made white wine vinegar, but any of your favorite vinegar will do. And olive oil. This is something you can enjoy within a week of making while it's still bright and refreshing. Serve this chilled as a first course, or a palate cleanser at a summer dinner party, or just use as a sauce. Spoon it under grilled shrimp or seared scallops for a light, refreshing base, or take big gulps of this every time you open up your fridge. So, with cucumbers, you have options. You've got a 2-year pantry bread and butter pickle, New York deli style 6-month half sour cucumber, and a 1-week gazpacho. Each highlights different flavors, textures, and preservation timelines. Scan this QR code for more on Golden State Pickle Works. Thanks for joining me on Jarring Everything, and I'll see you next time as we explore another seasonal ingredient and discover what it can become.